work.
It is pressure. Like Lee has gotten off the airplane, and I'm telling you, no joke, I called Shondell, Prophetess Shondell, and I called the lady of the house who was doing, we were in, I think, Alabama. I was like, do you guys have everything we need? I think we have everything we need for them. My spirit was like this. Mm-mm. And I was like, they were like, yeah, we got everything. I was like, mm-mm. As soon as Lee landed with them, he texts me, are you here? I was like, yes, I'm already here. He was like, they're hungry. I was like, okay. He said, you got food? I was like, yes. I had contacted Torah and some other spiritual kids and had them go picking up stuff that I know that they eat on regular plates. They don't.
And it was,
yep.
And if you remember, it was like you had variety. You had Jamaican, you had American, you had soul food, just to present them. And I was like, Prophet Sarah, make sure you have this, make sure you have that, make sure she had it all. So when I tell you the things that we're doing, she's doing as well. And I've seen Prophet Lobi with his spiritual father. We don't do anything.
There is no fun.
We don't do anything.
Serving. But even with on the other side, when you can, I don't know if it's just me because I'm a prophet, but you can tell when it's okay after you honored them and reverence them. You can tell if they're in the spirit, Prophet Lobi, or just Lobi. You know. Yeah. And so and so it's like from there, then you can gauge like, okay, we can kiki, because Papa, he is a human. Papa cracks jokes all the time, doing lead videos, just crazy. Papa, he is a human being.
He's a spirit,
but he's also a spirit, and so you have to be able to
remember that always.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah, use that discernment.
Just don't get too comfortable. To answer your question, don't get too.
And if you know your prophet, like we know prophet, we can tell by his looks, his faces, or whatever. I mean, even when other people have no idea what's going on, we're paying attention in another way. But also that takes me to us to have a heart for him. And God will let us see things. I know he's going to say that he needs that air off before they say it. I know when he needs a tissue. I know when he's looking. Lee knows when he needs the water. You can tell when he's frustrated or something. I knew when the worship team was going to get it. I was like, oh, it's coming. I was like, oh, Jesus, I knew it was coming.
Here it comes. Yep.
You have to know. Erica, you had a question? Erica, Pastor Erica?
Hi, you guys. Hello, Mama. Love you.
Love you.
I've been waiting for you guys to come on because
we've been waiting on you to come on.
Because I just want to know, how do you guys balance it all with working and having a business and then your spirituality? Because I'm in an area where I want to help him do more, but it's like the kids and then husband and then trying to have a business and work. It's like,
thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to stare at her too.
So I 100% understand, especially for women, the struggle that we go through when it comes to having a family and having a husband and serving and working and everything under the sun. I'll say a lot of women, especially once kids come into the picture, one of their main things that they struggle with is that time with the Lord. And I'll say for that, where it used to be a life of, oh, let me wake up and go in my prayer closet and spend these hours or two reading the word, worshiping and praying to God. No. It is no longer that. And that is no longer your way of communing with God. It looks different now once you include the family, once you include the serving, once you include the working. I tell people all the time, your new way of looking at this is, okay, I'm washing dishes. Let's talk, God. Let me worship you. Let me speak in tongues while I'm washing the dishes, while I'm folding the laundry, while I'm on my way to work, while I'm sitting there at my desk typing, doing contributions. You have to find different avenues. You have to find different ways of communing with God. It doesn't look like the textbook sitting down with my Bible open, in my prayer closet on my knees. It's not that all the time. Are there times where yes, you do have to make a sacrifice of, okay, let me get up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Once a week, twice a week, whatever it is that you can do, and go to my prayer closet and spend that time. You know, you have to find ways around your family and your life, you know? And when it comes to serving and balancing all of that, you, like I said, you have to create a community. You have to create a community. You have to have communication with your spouse. You have to have communication with your prophet, whoever you're serving under. You know, it's like we said, your man of God, your woman of God, they understand that you are human and you also have a life. But if you have a heart to serve, then you're going to serve. But you also have some time to spend, you know, with your family. Lee and I, we make sure that, okay, at least twice a month, we go out on a date.
That's very least.
And that's very least. Like, we're always like, hey, anybody wants to watch these kids?
Yeah. We got date night tomorrow night.
You know?
Random Wednesday.
And it gets
Random Wednesday.
Yeah, and it gets to a point where people are like, hey, you want a date night? And we're like, yeah. You know, like, let's go. Because people see how much we serve and they want to serve us. They want to do things for us. Because they're like, yo, y'all do the most. Let me give you a break. You know? And that's why I say, like, create that family and that bond. Even if you have actual family, like where you live, use them.
Absolutely.
Like, Mom, can you watch little
grandchild?
Wow. Okay.
You know?
There's 2 other questions I see real quick for you two. Well, there's 3 real quick. No more questions after the 3 guys, because I know they have their men's meeting, but let me see. There's a Norwood. Hold on. Okay. Norwood. And then there's Almarita. And then I think there's Felicia. So
how much time do we have, Prophetess? So we'll know.
Probably about 6 minutes.
Oh, okay. We'll make it quick.
I'm gonna be real quick. God bless you.
God bless you, Norwood.
How you doing, Lee? Ashley?
Amazing, sir.
Dear Mama T.
Blessings to you.
Question. I came into the ministry, Revelation Church, and then studying under the Prophet Lowly. And now I'm under the instruction and the tutelage of Prophetess Mama T. So situations when I want to serve more and I want to do more, right? And I'm looking to commit more. How do I know who I am committed to or directly under?
Well, I would say, since you're here on this platform, I would definitely say that Mama T is someone that you should look for as the head of your spiritual life. Someone that you, I don't know your relationship, but the fact that you're on here and the fact that you felt led to her, to me, that speaks volumes to where you should be, right? I mean, what'd you say?
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, that just,
it's like, where is your heart leading?
Where's your heart leading?
Where is God pulling you to? You know, where you have to think about your covering. Where is your covering spiritually? You know, you wouldn't just go to any bishop, any prophet off the street,
right? Because
you don't know where they are spiritually.
Absolutely.
It's like, who can cover you? Who, if you get into any situation where you know, like, no, I'm covered. Like, this person has me covered. This person is praying for me. This person, like with all of the declaring and the decreeing that we do, who is the one that has me covered?
Oh no!
When Papa Lo comes into our meetings for prophetic school, one day he was saying something. He said to everybody, he goes, "Stop! I don't know if you guys remember this, you can raise your hand." He said, "Stop listening to a whole bunch of people." He said, "My daughter and I, we say the same thing." He said, "My daughter's saying the same thing I'm saying." And so if you go to, just because he brought someone on this platform doesn't mean, follow him. And now I'm on all of his lives. I'm on this one's lives. Because my dad is totally different than any other prophet, right?
It's 100% true.
But a lot of times, Papa and I will get on, and we didn't even talk. We'll be saying the same exact thing, same scripture, everything, and then Papa just expands deeper. So
It's family.
It is only God's grace that we're able to be aligned the way I'm aligned with Papa. But every day I message him. Even today, I was like, Papa, how can I be a better daughter? Papa was like, no, like you're good. I'm like, no, Papa, just tell me, what can I do? So for you guys, we understand he has a very special place for the grandchildren. He really blesses the grandchildren in a way that's very different. And the family is aligned. So I'll call a fast. And every time I've ever called a fast, Papa called a fast at the same time. We've always been aligned. So
I was just gonna say, if Prophetess Taryn is your spiritual mother, Papa Lo is your spiritual grandfather. It's simple as that.
And
Amen.
It's all family.
When it comes to what Prophetess Taryn was saying, like, Papa has always taught us, who are you listening to? If you're going to listen to me and I'm your covering, then that's it. You don't have to listen to every other prophet. You don't have to go out there listening to anybody on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube, everybody has this live stream. Everybody, no. Who's your spiritual mother? Who's your spiritual father? That's who you align with.
Keep it moving.
Even to be honest with you, even with doing this, being under Papa Lo and Mama Lo, we have to get permission to even just do this.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we're all in line. If it's family, like I remember Papa came to me one time, he said, let us visit. People kept coming to me, pulling me, wanting me to do stuff with them. He said, we're going to build our own family. So we're going to Florida this weekend, you guys. And there's like a large group out there. Papa sends me. He prays for me before I go. He knows I'm going, but guess where the next place we're going as a church is? We're going to Florida.
Yeah. So
I've gone out before them. And so he sends me. And when I go, you know what they say? Revelation churches come to Florida. Revelation churches they don't see a difference, a distinction between us because we're one. And so you guys, you will know that there's, I'm always in honor and reverence to my dad. There's sometimes I'm doing something at the same time he's doing something. And he has sent a video message to the men. You guys don't come to my men's meeting. You stay on assignment with your mother. And he was, I commend you for doing what you're supposed to do. And I speak blessing to you. Amen. And it's your family that's not like, oh, well, they're over there doing this retreat and he's over here. No. Papa is totally aware of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're both seers. I hope that helped you.
Yes, it did so much. It did so much. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Marita, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Hey, Mama.
Hey, honey.
Good to see your face. Thank you, Lee and Ashley, for coming on. My question is quick. Sometimes I feel like I need to learn how to balance my home life more. I feel like I'm like the Mary that just wants to sit underneath Jesus's feet while the other Mary is like cleaning and taking care of business. And so my question is, as a prophet, as a minister of God, how do you not get so caught up in the ministry and not to make sure that you're not neglecting your home? I know it's kind of similar to Erica's, but it's like, it's so, everyone says the balance, but how is it that you can tilt it back towards your home? What do you guys do, to make sure your home is prioritized?
For us, even in the genesis of him and I, Lee has always made sure that I have had my time sitting under Papa Lo. Well, he's at home taking care of X, Y, and Z. He's like, babe, just go with Papa Lo, go stand under him. So he's given me that opportunity to do that. And I do the same for him. It's like, I'll hold it down at the house. You go sit under Papa Lo. You just, it's a balance. It's a balance. It's a rotation. It's all right. It's your turn. It's my turn. It's your turn. It's my turn.
You have to find time to go out. You can't listen. You're not going to save anybody being at home. You're not going to bless anybody just being at home. You're not. You have to go out. Like I say, with representatives. Representatives go out and represent. You have to go out. You have to have a life.
But you also have to make sure that your house is in order. Don't neglect your household. Don't neglect your children. They are a top priority. Make sure that they are good. Make sure your household is good. Don't have your house over here torn down while you're building up the church. No. Keep your house
Take care of home. Take care of home.
you know, you have to prioritize. Like this morning, we got up, got the kids together. I made sure that I got the younger two dressed and ready to go, because we knew that after work that we would have to, you know, come and do this. So I was like, all right, babe, make sure you have, I had to write out a list for him. Make sure you have X, Y, and Z for the kids, because we have 3 kids. It's a lot, but make sure you have X, Y, and Z. I have dinner cooked beforehand. I have myself ready beforehand. Even if it's the night before, you got to get yourself ready the night before. You know, it's save yourself time.
Absolutely.
If I have an hour to of just nothingness the night before, and that nothingness, I could be doing something for the next day. Prepare yourself.
Prepare. And I'll say this, I remember when I had a husband and 6 kids in the house, and I still was doing ministry. Sometimes I was breastfeeding, and I had 2 babies under the age of 2, and I had older kids that had needs. You guys, I set out, I have a plan. So if you're not good at structure, this ministry should be helping you structure and plan. So let me tell you this, especially you kids that people got 4 kids at home. Look, I have a thing for Nordstrom's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I have them in everybody's room, and we set out their clothes and iron them with socks and underwear and t-shirts for the whole week on Saturday. I said the whole week. Your meals, whether it's crock pot or whatever, on Sunday, I cook a lasagna, a spaghetti, and I made some ground turkey in there if I want tacos or something. There's always something to grab, so I'm not coming home trying to cook. I've done these things for years. And if anybody knows me, a dish does not go in my sink. We have trained everybody to be organized because God is orderly. And so the children, Lazarus can run circles around most of the adults that come in my house.
You got to train them up.
They understand this is the standard. What is your standard? It has to be a high standard. It has to have a good, clean look. It needs to be presentable, because you don't know. One day, hey, y'all, you guys, one day, I was going back to the church to give Papa something, and I turn around. Papa Lowe is walking up in my house. He was just walking in, and everybody was like, it wasn't like it's showtime. Is the bed made everything together? Is all things? You know what? You need to be able, if I showed up today, don't talk to me about that pile of laundry that you have on the floor right now. You have to be able to know I have things orderly. It's not like, oh, today, maybe tomorrow. This is a way of life, because that's the way God operates. So we need to keep things organized and structured. Felicia, you have your last question real quick, and then we'll jump off until our men's meeting can start.
No, they actually answered it in that last question about serving at home, and it answered itself. But thank you for the opportunity, and y'all did an awesome job. Thank you, Mama, for the platform. This has blessed me, because I love to serve, and you always try to up yourself, and this is definitely upping me for whatever God has given me. And Mama T often tell us that that there's no distance. And oftentimes, I live in North Carolina, Mama's in California, and it feels like I can't get there to do the physical hands-on. So when you was talking about serving and being where you just fill in the slots, fill in the holes, and so that helped me understand, like at home serving and abroad serving. So thank you.
Thank you.
I will also add, because I know some people have this question too, and when it comes to us both serving when we're at the church, and with us having small children and having 3 kids in the last 5 years, I know a lot of women have the question of like, well, when do I go back to serving, or how do I go back to serving after I've taken that time off from having a baby? Once you basically have had your maternity leave and your child is good on the breast milk, is pretty stable to crawl around or whatever, have somebody like, I thank God for Revelation Church, because our children were basically like the first babies of Revelation. So we built relationships with the young little teenagers, and they've literally raised all of our children in Revelation Church. So it's like, once they get to a certain age, it's like, okay, they are now yours when we are serving. and they take care of them to the teeth while we are serving, even after service. When it comes to, I'm running around, he's running around, we're doing a million things, and we're never with our kids. Never. Because we know that this person and this person has our children, and our children are safe and they are where they need to be. So when you're serving under mama or wherever you are, and you have children at such a young age, just find people that you can rely on, that you know can take care of them while you are serving. That is very, very, very important. We would not be able to serve at all if we did not have a team ourselves to help us, and they love helping us.
Keep the same people. I always see with Ashley and Lee, they have the same people. I had the same people, and my kids weren't allowed to go around to anybody else except those people. And
and those people know that they cannot be with anyone else.
And everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I want you guys to give them a lot of love. I want you guys to show love. You've got a picture of them. Get your picture, post it on their social media. Tell them how awesome they are. Love on them, and
Thank you guys so much.
This amazing couple, the Simpsons. We thank God for them, and we will talk soon. All the men, you guys have a men's meeting in 3 minutes. We have a really amazing guest speaker. So I know we had a lot today, but you guys, you're going to be full off of this good stuff. So get your sons, your uncles, your brothers, and get them on. Get Isaac and have him get on somebody. Have Isaac get on the men's meeting. I want my son on. I love you guys.
Thank you so much.
They have an Isaac Simpson, and I have an Isaac Simpson.
We do.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much, guys. We
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having
Thank you for having us.
us.
Thank you, Prophetess.
Bye-bye, guys.
God bless all you guys.
Love y'all.